ATV riding has become popular here in Central Ohio and nationwide has a new initiative to remind people about safety, especially for kids.
A familiar name is the spokesperson for this campaign, and NBC4's Delaney Ruth sat down with him today. She joins us now live. Delaney?
Hey, Jennifer, Jared. Well, you've probably heard of Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's, of course, well known for his NASCAR career, but he also loves ATV rides. He has two young daughters, and he says with them, safety is paramount.
They're really fun vehicles, and I have several of my own.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. says his daughters love ATV rides. So he says he makes sure they always have properly fitting full coverage helmets, and his kids ride smaller four-wheelers that are slower and use less horsepower.
I like to take my girls out and show them, that, this is a vehicle that can get out of control, trying to help them understand that it's to be respected.
Dr. Rajan Thakur, a pediatric surgeon at Nationwide Children's Hospital, says ATV riding is definitely on the rise here in Central Ohio. He says the hospital sees at least one ATV injury a week.
The teenagers and above tend to actually roll over on the vehicle and suffer injuries related to that, whereas younger children, 12 and younger, tend to actually get thrown from the vehicle. The most common thing we see are concussions as a result of these types of injuries.
Dr. Thakur echoed Earnhardt's safety advice, saying helmets and protective gear are necessary. He also says parents should make sure their child is responsible enough to operate the vehicle.
25,000 to 30,000 children are actually injured on these types of vehicles each year. And so, again, supervision is extremely important, and having proper education on the use of these vehicles.
Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned pro, Earnhardt, Dr. Thakur, and those at Nationwide say everyone needs to know about safety before getting on an ATV.
I think everybody you talk to has a story about they know somebody who is either injured or maybe even killed in an accident.
So you just kind of always got to have your wits about you and be aware of your surroundings and be aware of what your plan is for the day and where you're going to ride.
Well, there are a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to ATV riding here in Ohio, along with, of course, those safety regulations. If you want more information on that, head to our website, NBC4i.com. We've got a link to some helpful resources. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Delaney Ruth, NBC4.